Good evening, CJTheAFKGM here playing Doki Doki Large Club Plus. We're still going after we have 11 out of 19 achievements. This computer has like no fucking RAM on it, to be honest. It is kind of funny. I just love the art for all these, but we're not doing them. We are continuing. Yuri Yuri. It's already Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Golden Bride Theory's upcoming visits. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. Yuri isn't. Yuri is clearly an introvert, and also an intimate person in general. There's no doubt she'll open up a little bit when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, we've been texting occasionally. She was extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't long before I was already learning more about her. Putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sari since she left the club the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sari and Monica and what Sayuri said and Monica said, it's really okay for me to put Sayuri's feelings aside when she might need me. I decided to visit Sayuri before Yuri comes over. Rather than ask her, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayuri's house, I knock at the door and enter it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we made it a habit of somebody entering each other's houses like we're family. The house is quiet. Sarah isn't anyone on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange not of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom where I find her. Sarah? Hey, Chucky Bucky. I sit down in her I forgot it's Chucky Bucky. Sorry, forced to smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, haven't you? I guess you're right. It has been a long time. How much has really changed, has it? Sari's room is as messy as it's always been. I organized the same stuffed animal and wall decor she had for years now. If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I ended up cleaning it for you. Like, I mean, suddenly you wanted to come over today. Are you supposed to see Yuri today? Yeah, but wait, how'd you know that? Sorry, I had left by the time we decided that last meeting. Monica told me. So I asked for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? Ah, that's true. But what about you? Aren't you gonna be helping Monica today? Of course. I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. Ah, so it's just me and Yuri then. Yep. There's more silence between us. Sorry stares in a random direction. Something about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. Finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing. After you left for Friday. When something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So? Sorry smiles, shaking her head. That's so good, Chicky Bucky. Eh? Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. I didn't get so we can actually express my feeling. If I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? Getting punished for being so selfish. I need to set my alarms. Done. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. Sorry? I grabbed Sarah by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? You know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you being like this. So, totally alright. So I know. I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Ah. Sorry, you're giving me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, Chucky Bucky. But, you're lying. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sari? You're really just gonna make me say it, aren't you, Chucky Bucky? Guess I have no choice this time. Thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? So most days I can't find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? I go to school. I eat. I make friends. I make other people put their energy and carrying the waste by having them spend it on me. That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy. Not anyone learning about me. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sari kept this from me the entire time I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me just not to think about her? Why, Sari? Eh? Why is it that you never told me about this? I must feel like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much that I could do. I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do is tell me. You didn't understand at all, Checky Becky. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have wasted effort caring about me instead of doing important things I don't be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. Feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. That's why I wanted you so badly to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then, I'm scared of something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club, there's like a spear going through my heart. Here's my thing. Unless Shaky Bucky's has had no friends until like the club and also of course Sayori. Why is it just happening now? But there's only so much can answer and speculate on. So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. You're right. I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for you to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. Yeah, Shaky Bucky. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could ever have helped me is if everything could be like it thought it was. But I'm selfish. Finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. I made you join the nurse club because I was selfish. And I was punished by my heart hurting in a way I couldn't understand. And now you came here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments, because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, once again I grabbed Sayori's shoulders. This time I pull her into a tight embrace. Shaky Bucky. Sayori? I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Shaky Bucky. Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No, don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Shaky Bucky. Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know is I care. If you haven't yourself to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. If there's anything that you need me to do, then you'd better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Shaky Bucky. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm. That's really scary too. Sayori lets me go. As she does, I let her go as well. The festival's tomorrow. Yeah? It's gonna be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I promise. I think that'd be nice then. Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend a whole day here, I would. Of course, all days says be the one I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for Yuri to meet me at my house. At the very least, you want to come along and help out? It'd be fun. To my surprise, Sayuri shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be good for me today. You understand, right? It's kind of hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright. I look forward to it. Say goodbye to Yuri and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy. But it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Yuri's about to come over too. I think Sayuri is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. Jesus Christ, already? Wow. As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Mary? Oh, thank goodness. You're a little early. Sorry I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting a long time? Oh, I just got here. But I started to get really nervous when nobody answered the doorbell. You could always texted me. If I had known, I would have reassured you and hurried more on my way home. I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that for some reason. It should be common sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it. But she's an introvert, like you said, and a very intimate person, so she probably hasn't done this. Or she has. She doesn't really know that should happen. Anyway. Either I've memorized the script this well, or that was just completely coincidental what I said anyway. Let's go inside. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you. That's right. And did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well? Yeah, pretty much. At least, I hope I got everything, right? I'm sure it'll be fine. I take you right to my room. The fuck? I must have saw just something out of the corner of my eye and probably thought it was something else. Probably one of the lights on my keyboard. Anyway, the first thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel a little anxious. It's so clean. Cleaned it before you came over, so that's very considerate of you to do. I don't know. I would be really embarrassed. I would really be embarrassed for my room to be a mess while you were here. Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would have gladly helped you clean. That would be even more embarrassing. Wait, don't look at there. Snatched Yuri's wrist and she's in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I just was spacing out. It's fine, it's fine. I let go of Yuri's wrist. She puts both her hands firmly in her lap as if she's making sure to keep track of them. They're not really in her lap, but we're gonna go with it. So, should we get started? Yes. I have a few things to find out that you can help with. Decorations and other atmospheric enhancements. Atmospheric enhancements? You know, mood lighting, aromatherapy candles. Oh wow. I know you planned on taking it that far. Of course. I want to help take our guest to a faraway place. Although many of us stopped by just out of curiosity. And for cupcakes, I guess. I'm determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more. That's great. It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person. Intense? I guess that's the best way to put it. Is that a bad thing? No, not at all. It's something I actually like about you, actually. Yeah, is that so? It makes me feel relieved. And kind of happy. Yeah, no need to be anxious. You can relax a little. Relax? I brought some things for relaxation. I was going to use them during the poetry event. Oh yeah, like what? Let's see. Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulls out a few candles and a wooden cylinder-shaped object. I did some shopping on the way here, so I happen to have these things in my bag. I plan to cover the window in black pepper, or black I plan to cover the windows in black paper and use the candles to light the room. I think that'd be amazing, don't you? Yeah, that'd be really neat. What's the wooden thing, though? Oh, this? I think it's a diffuser for essential oils. How familiar are you? How familiar are you with aromatherapy? Not familiar at all. Ah, is that so? It's one of my favorite contributors to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils or herbs you choose, you can change the mood of the air itself. You can feel it permeate through your body. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic. There he takes a cylinder and pushes a switch on the bottom. It takes a moment and a thin ray of vapor begins to spout through a small hole in the top. Wow, that smells wonderful. What kind of mood is that one for? This is a jasmine essential oil. It smells like a little sweet and flowery, right? Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. I choose jasmine for the event because it provides more than just relaxation. Jasmine enhances your emotions and helps you feel them flow through your body. You feel warmer, your heart pounds more heavily. Don't you think that would be perfect for sharing our poems? It does sound suitable, but you seem to know a lot about this, so I'll trust your opinion with anything. Yuri gently smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches in her bag, pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What are those for? Well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked you to get? Yeah, I have them over here. We won't be using the paper for folding origami. What I'd like to do is write a different word on each paper. We'll need about 100 of them. Oh yeah? What will those be used for? Well, I'm gonna cut pieces of ribbon to hang them from the doorway of the classroom. Then we can fasten the paper to the ribbons to create a doorway curtain. Won't that be beautiful? It would also catch the eye of those passing by the room. It may attract some to peek inside. That's really creative. I had no idea you're good at this, Yuri. Is that so? Well, I suppose it did get a little intense, as you put it. Yuri giggles with red cheeks. Is it just me, or is she more relaxed when it's just the two of us? Or maybe it's the excitement she feels when sharing something that she enjoys. Here's a marker, Chucky Bucky. You can write any character you want. I'll help you once I finish cutting the ribbons. Ah, alright. So on the floor together. The two of us get to work. I carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon to her desired length. Then she reaches to her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. Eh? The knife is strangely beautiful. The silver handle has an intricate pattern of waves etched to it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. That's so, or a pocket knife. It looks really fancy. Well, embarrassed Yuri looks away. What is it? You might not think it's weird. Yuri, whatever's, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, you know. If you promise you won't be weirded out. Yeah, I promise. Alright. The thing is, I'm kind of into knives. They're just so pretty. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. The combination of craftsmanship and the feeling of danger, maybe. What am I saying? You still think I'm weird for this? You're laughing at me. No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you got about sharing. Well, it's an interesting thing to be into, I guess. But I think it kind of suits you. Suits me? Yeah, it's kind of intense. Besides, it's really cool looking knife, I can't deny that. Isn't it? It is, isn't it? Yuri relaxes her expression once again. Would you like to hold it? Sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife with the handle facing me. I take it, turn around in my hand. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? Curious of its sharpness, I pull the point of the knife with my index finger. Ow! Chucky Bucky, why did you do that? I didn't expect it to be that sharp. I barely touched it at all. It's my fault. I should have warned you. This knife is extremely sharp. It can cut through skin like it's paper. Oh no. A small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look. She stares at it and noticeably fidgets. if you scream at it, I'll go wash it off now. Ah, without worrying, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the I forgot about that. I feel her tongue crawl around the finger. Starlight instinctively pull my hand back. Oh, please forgive me. I wasn't thinking. Hey. Yuri lowers her head, her face burning up. Yuri? That was the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Ah, sure it was a little weird, but it took me by surprise, but I guess she was trying to help, right? Yuri? I think you're overreacting a little. She didn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover for this for the rest of the afternoon? Alright, you know what? This might be stupid, but I'll do it anyway. Take Yuri's hand and lick her index finger in return. CJTheAFKGM! Did you just really do that? Now we're even. Yuri just looks at me like I did something wrong. That would be a bad idea. If not for the sweet aroma of the jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now. You're so weird, CJTheAFKGM. Yuri giggles shyly. Eh? Yuri calling me weird? I have no response to that. Where do you keep your bandages? Ah, I don't think I need one actually. It was a tiny cut. Look, it's already stopped bleeding. I see. That's relieving. The tension is quickly lifted. We each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the paper. After we finish attaching paper to the ribbons, we lay them out side by side. It looks better than I expected and will be very effective as a door curtain. It looks great. Good thinking coming up with this theory. Oh, thanks. It's just something I saw online, really. Are you ready to move on to the next task? Yeah, let's do it. What do you have in mind? I'd like to create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy the paint tablets. Ah, that's right. One of the items Yuri asked me to buy was a kit of water paint tablets. We have about 6 cups of water to put each tablets in. You mind fetching this for us? Of course not. 6 cups of water. I'll be right back in a minute. Thank you very much. Oh, and just a little bit of water is okay. If you fill the cups up too much, you'll be too diluted. Taking Yuri's advice, I decided to use a small plastic bathroom cup rather than a full-size glass. I put them on the plate to catch any paint that drips, then bring it back to my room. Yuri? Yes? I come in to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeve, putting it back over her arm. Ah, nothing. Your face is still a little red. Is it too hot on you or anything? Not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's fix the paint. Yuri hardly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them with water. So, I thought we could do something simple. That would look very nice. I'd like to paint a gradient across the banner, starting with the colors for sunshine, then daytime, then sunset and nighttime. Once it dries, I'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. We can hang it on the wall behind the podium at front of the classroom. Ah, neat. What are you gonna write? Well, it'll be more fun to surprise you. Yuri smiles at me. If you say so. After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel the opposite sides so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots of different colors across the banner to serve as a color guide when we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolors feels a lot like our class project we had back then. It's relaxing. Ah, I'm sorry if this feels too childish. No, I didn't mean that at all. It's kind of fun, you know? Yeah, it is fun. I'm glad you feel that way too, so... I can't English, okay? I don't know why, but my throat just tickled me for a second, and I was like, what is happening? Yuri stops painting for a moment to think to herself, for me, I don't need to go all out and crazy to... I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. I just like when I spend time with one other person. Even if it's something simple like reading. It doesn't even matter if we don't talk much. Just having a friend next to you makes me feel a little bit nicer. I think that's all it takes for you to be happy. Is that so? Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. If I feel that way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. I think I feel the same way. Yuri gently smiles. I knew you'd understand. Yuri leans over the banner and grabs an unused paintbrush, but I move at the same time, caused my head to bump into hers. Yeah, sorry. Yuri reels back, and I quickly lift my hands in surprise. Are you hurt? No, I'm not hurt. It just startled me, that's all. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me. It's not your fault. Ah, your face. There are droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck. Is there something on my face? Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'm gonna tell right away. Rush out, fetch a small towel, and I dampen it with hot water. Turn to my room, kneel back down in front of her. Here. Pat Yuri's face down, face and neck down with the towel. Is something wrong? It's hot. I just didn't expect it. Sorry, I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I start to retract my hand, but Yuri suddenly holds my wrist. Wait. Eh? Just a little bit longer. It feels really nice. Ah, I keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes. It's an intense expression that I recognize from when she reads her books. Almost as if she's lost in daze, enveloped by her own thoughts. She breathes gently through slightly parted lips. What is happening? Is it the aroma of jasmine oil giving me this dizzy feeling? Yuri's gentle fingers wrap around my wrist, send me a tingling sensation through my arm. And suddenly her face seems to be much closer to mine than just a moment ago. Yuri slowly pulls away. Sorry. I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out. It's fine. The moment was over as soon as it began. Yuri picks up her brush again, but her movements seem clumsier, and she's unable to focus. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. I should do it. Or that should do it. I finished filling the night sky with white dots that look like stars. Like the banner as a whole, it's very pretty and natural looking. I think it came out better than expected. I'm really happy with the results. Yeah, me too. Are you going to add the lettering now? Not yet. We need to try first. That's true, we won't. But won't that take a while? Well, perhaps it'll take you us to leave it here and then have you bring it in the morning. I could do the lettering in the classroom before our events start. Is that okay? That's totally fine. Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. Phew. You say that you're glad it's over. Was I wrong to assume that you at least enjoy yourself a little bit? No, it's not that. I'm just glad we managed to get everything done. I see. I am too. I was a little concerned about time. We need to start making dinner soon. So you don't have any time left? I was secretly hoping we would have an extra time after I finished the work. Oh. Yuri thinks for herself. I think it'd be too irresponsible of me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well. It's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker. No, it's not your fault at all. And the important thing is we got everything done, right? Yeah. So I shouldn't be disappointed or anything. Gathering all of her things, Yuri seems to look a little downcast. I understand why. So like she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxed environment. But that doesn't mean this is the last time it can happen. Once Yuri packs up, walk her to the front door. Thank you very much for having me over today. No problem, I'm glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you need me to bring tomorrow. I will. Well then. Yuri fidgets. I guess I'll see you tomorrow then. Wait, I kind of say that without thinking. About today. It's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted. Because we could do this again. Whenever you want, you can come over or go out somewhere. Right, you don't like to go out as much. stumble over my words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, so you're very thoughtful, Chucky Bucky. Yuri takes a step closer to me, then briefly squeezes my hand. I kinda like that about you. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? I didn't get a chance to as Yuri pulls back. Sorry? Eh? Ah, hi Chucky Bucky. Sorry. But just know, we weren't... It's okay, Chucky Bucky. I only stopped by to say hi. Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave. Oh, really? That's too bad. I'm sorry. We'll be able to be together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right? Of course. Yuri beams. Or... Sayori beams. Oh my god. Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. Sayori waves goodbye after her. Sayori? Thought you said you didn't want to come over today. Ah, well, I tried to stay in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me, so I had to come here to see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Yuri, and how close you got to her. Makes me really happy that you made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Chucky Bucky? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart's splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sorry, don't say that. It's true, Chucky Bucky. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your time, waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just... Monica? What was Monica right about? Sorry? What I said before is true. I'm not gonna let it come... Let's just continue. I just realized too, 5 plays of this. And Monica told her to do it. Who knows, maybe even forced her to do it. She probably did, actually. I don't know. Caring about you like this isn't burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm gonna be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But Sari looks away. I put my hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Chucky Bucky. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sari? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sari? It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Chucky Bucky. I like you so much I want to die. That's how I feel. And... That's enough, Sayori. I don't want to hurt you anymore. Slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. You remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe? Or this, Sayori, your nods. Even if you don't understand my feelings, I know what you need most right now. That's what I'm going to give you. I swear to God, I'm doing this next time. You'll always be my dearest. What you need most is for things to be like they've always been. Monica told me the truth. She told me how much happier you seemed after I joined the club. I know you're struggling with some really difficult feelings right now, but please trust me that I know what's best and what will make you happy in the end. I promise I'll help get things back to where they were. I see. Sari forced a smile through her incredibly pained expression. This is what it feels like to get stabbed in the chest. I should write a poem about this. Sari, it's okay. This is just my punishment, remember? For being so selfish. So please don't worry about these stupid feelings. I know you're right. I knew this whole time that there's no happiness down that path. That's why I came here. Just so I could get the answer I needed to hear. And the other thing, you're also right, I just wanted to go back to the way it was. I realize now, you do know me better than anyone, Chucky Bucky. I'll trust you with anything. Anything at all. So, god dang it. Sari's smile finally breaks. All of a sudden, she turns around and drops to her knees. Ah. Clutching her head with both hands, she screams as loud as she can. I'm so shocked that I don't even know how to react. Sari looks over her shoulder and flashes me with one more weak smile before turning around and running off. Sari, left helplessly standing in front of my own house. Why am I feeling so horrible about this? There's nothing more I could have done. The most I could do is support Sari through her feelings and help her on the path that's right. But I'm as much trouble understanding Sari's feelings as she is, even though I can comfort her. I'm wondering if I should be doing something more, something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. I'm gonna give it everything I've got. Sari will always be my dearest friend. I'll do whatever it takes to put a smile on her face every day. It is the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sari. Sari isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house, wake her up, but I decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparation for the event should be nearly complete. The banner Yuri and I painted is dry and I gently rolled up to take it with me. She sent me pleasant texts reminding me not to forget anything I reassured her. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way about Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sari and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Okay, so I can do both Natsuki and Yuri. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great. CJTheAFKGM is the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny, I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica's placing booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. It must be the one she prepared that have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So, that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sari with you. Yeah, she overslept again, that dummy. You'd think on days of sport she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember Sari told me yesterday. So I feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. You should have taken a little more responsibility for her, Chicky Becky. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. Kinda let her hanging this morning, you know? Exchange? Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all. But I stammered embarrassed. Did Sari tell her about that quickly? About how I basically turned down her confession? That makes me seem like I'm the bad guy here. But I'm the one who knows what's best for her, right? Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Yeah? Monica's being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a little chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, you wanna check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. Grab one of the pamphlets, lay down on the desk. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this would definitely help the people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. Flip through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognize that Suki's and Yuri's poems were one they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sari's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one I haven't read before. Percentage, get out of my head, repeated several times. Get out of my head. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. Ah, what is this? Reading this poem, I get a pint in my stomach. Checky Becky? What's wrong? Ah, nothing. The poem feels completely different from everything else Sari's written. But more than that, hey, I changed my mind. I'm gonna go get Sari, so... alright. Try to take too long, okay? Quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself, Monica calls out after me. Quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a bit harder for Sayori. It's not big deal to at least wait for her and help her wake up. Even the simple gestures of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that we'll be the same as it's always been. That's all she needs, and that's all I want to give her. Reach Sayori's house, knock on the door. Don't expect an answer. She's not picking up her phone either. I yesterday opened the door and let myself in. Sayori? She is a really happy sleeper. As well, though, I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. Is that more like something a boyfriend would do? In any case, it just feels right outside of Sayori's room. Knock on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. I didn't want to enter the room like this. Isn't that a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Sayori. What the hell? The hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can't be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up till a few days ago. That's why I can't believe my eyes. What my eyes are showing me. Expressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday. Told Sayori to be there for her. Knew it was best for her and that everything would be okay. Then why? Why would she do this to me? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Trying on her confession? That has to have been what pushed her over the edge. Her agonized scream still echoes my ear. Why did I do that to her when she needed me the most? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, gave her what I know she wanted out of a relationship, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the large club, screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever. Nothing I could do to bring her back. This isn't some game where I could just reset, try something different. I only had one chance. I was careful enough, and I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers, but I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now, you never take it back. Never. 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 End. See an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw herself. The girl is my neighbor, like with friends since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself make it today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for that so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But she's gonna chase after me, I guess. I almost feel better off running away. Now I just sigh and idle on the crosswalk and let it catch up to me. It's an ordinary school day, just like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time to meet some girls or something like that. I don't know motivation to join clubs. I prefer to be content to being average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. School day is ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. As after I pack up things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Lubs. There aren't really clubs that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. Guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. TheAFKGM? Monica? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Ah, yeah it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other well. We rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica is probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, and athletic. Basically completely out of my league. Having her smile at me generally feels a little. What did you come here for anyway? No, I was just looking for some supplies to use my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? How about that? I used to quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing with the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, sorry, animal club. A literature club. Literature? That sounds kinda dull. How many members do you have so far? Kind of embarrassing, there's only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find numbers for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's not really boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the clubroom. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She's always insists manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, she's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey, CJTheAFKGM, by any chance, you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club and make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Awesome. You're really sweet, CJTheAFKGM, you know that. It's nothing really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. And thus today I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. Cheers. I dejectedly follow Monica across the school, up and upstairs section of school I rarely visit. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back, and I brought a guest with me. A guest? Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, CJTheAFKGM. All words state me of the situation at this club is full of incredibly cute girls. So let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude apparently is Natsuki is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. Anyway, this is Natsuki and generic as always. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So I ran into CJTheAFKGM in a classroom and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica, did I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that'd be great. Why don't you come sit down, CJTheAFKGM? There goes up a few desks arranged to form a table. He walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So, I didn't really plan on coming here. But we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You can put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that's grabbing your attention like literature. It's hard to convince people that You're both fun and worthwhile. What makes school events like the festival that much more important? I'm confident that we can really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have really worked hard to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down a teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, teacher gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. You're just trying to impress you. That's not insulted. Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself and really. So, Chucky Bucky, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, sorry how little read the past few years. I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? She looked out, thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces her rubber teacup with her finger. My favorite Asian novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't that amazing? Isn't it amazing how writing can so deliberate, take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grabbed something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, you might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really? This story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes darted for me first, was like, never mind. That's right, you like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. You keep working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. Hey, give me that back. Fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You didn't like them. That's very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open yourself up, up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing in the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have any experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you could set an example to help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share her thoughts. I guess it's the same for Yuri. You also sometimes from, hey, this kind of idea. How about this? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Mono. Monica, let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone's even. I mean, that was a good idea. Wow, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I decided to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now we have a new member. Seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Chucky Bucky? Oh, and there's still one problem. What's that? Now I reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. Never said I would join this club. When I may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made a decision. Still have other clubs to look at and where's my train of thought? All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me. Hey, I guess I can tell you the truth, Bucky. The thing is, we don't have enough members to form an official club yet. We need 4, and I've been trying to really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear decision when it's like this? It would feel terrible, letting everyone down in the situation. Besides, the club itself is pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is pricey the pain or spend every day with these beautiful girls, great. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girl's eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Shaky Mick? Yeah, it'd be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just left after all this, I'd be super pissed. Shaky Mickey, I'm so happy. We could become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that we can officially end today's being on a good note. And remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem and bring the next poem so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once again. Shaky Becky, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. yeah. Can I really impress Lester or Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside of me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between 3 girls: Natsuki, Yuri, of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I get the chance to go closer to one of these girls. Alright, I just need to make my most of my circumstances and good fortune will find me. And I guess I start just writing a poem tonight. A new poem! A joke. A man walked into a club. In the club, there was a girl who liked him very much. They spent some time together, and then she liked him even more. One day, the girl realized she was not in love with him. Before a disaster could happen, a third party intervened with their programming. Suddenly, the girl hated herself for being in love. The contradiction caused the script to derail. The universe started to collapse, but she redacted herself just in time. What? This has to be about Yuri, because that's the only thing that would make sense. This would have to be about Yuri. That's my only thing about this that has to be about Yuri. Well, Monica intervening with Yuri, to be exact. Anyway, let's write us a poem. That was terrible. Right as the beat dropped, we got it. We got it good. Why did my camera zoom in? I'm watching the classroom and it's already moving. I guess Monica fucked up the script. Jeez. I should be good now. Hey again, CJTheAFKGM. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I kept my word. Or keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else started hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, CJTheAFKGM. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst to literature you're not accustomed to it. There's the picture, so only it happens theory? Oh my fucking god, wait a minute. There's combinations, isn't there? This man and his team have a big fucking brain with this game. Alright, let's try to get the Yuri arc. Oh come on, like you there's any slack. You're either be dragged to write Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki is certainly has a big mouth for somebody who keeps her manga collection in the club. Natsuki finds herself stuck between Monica and manga. I mean, she could have gone like Monica. Monica is literature. Jetsu defeated. Natsuki plops back to her seat. I'm sorry, CJTheAFKGM. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a supporting glance. Oh, anyway, now that you're in club and all, perhaps you might have an interest to pick out a book to read? Well, can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club, so even if I don't read often, I'd happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president, that I should get you started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag, pulls out the book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted to. This is how this girl I extended being so cute. She even picked out a book for me that she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yay, thank you, I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Everyone else is settled in. I expect Monica to kick off with some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but to notice her intense expression as like she was waiting for this chance. Rina and Natsuki's rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a bit more, but at the same time I'd feel bad for distracting her from her reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of the book she's reading. Looks like the same one she lent to me. More than that, it seems to be on the first few pages. Crap, I think she noticed me looking at her. She takes another glance at me and her eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spaced out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, I probably would have noticed it in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? I wanted to read some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious how come you have two copies of the same book? Well, I stopped at the bookstore today. That's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious that Yuri's telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's very engaging and a relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about anyway? Well, I looked at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Marva, which is an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about a religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison, and the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse as they start to selectively breed people by carrying off their limbs and fix them to. Well, that might be much of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean, not the things about the limbs. That's kind of dark, is it? You already made it sound like it's gonna be a nice story, so that dark term came from nowhere. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Doki Doki? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things. She's so reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that kind of story. It's the kind of story that challenges you to look at life from a strange perspective. When horrible things that happen not just because someone wants you to be evil, but because the world's full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Then suddenly, I broke my heart. Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest in anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. I feel I should let you know I have this problem. I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts. I wanna fucking read that. It's something about her body. I kinda forget to pay attention to other people, so I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. Search Club after all. That's true. In fact, might as well get started reading it then, right? Yes. Yeah, I fucking jumped. Fuck. I mean, you don't have to, but... What are you saying? Let me just get the book. Read the book that I put under my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? Slip into this seat next to yours. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company of someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I hope when the book starts to prologue, I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It says, if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not particularly a bad The picture's gone. I see, I'm pretty sure that's Japanese. Maybe a little distracted, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Mary's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. Looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just... I gotta glance at it. Fuck. Yeah, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? Aside my desk so it's up against yours and hold my book more between the two of us. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean a bit, our shoulders almost touching. It feels my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. Guess it makes it difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds up the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. The way I turn the page, Yuri slides it right up open as it flips to her side. But holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It actually kind of distracted me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face. She's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page? Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glanced over at Yuri's face. Her eyes meet again. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continued reading. Yuri no longer asked me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I assumed that she finishes the page before me, so I turn on my rotation. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently let goes the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her home thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Eh? No, no, I don't want to relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that. Ah, that's what you're talking about. Sorry, I meant something else about her. Something else. Never mind. We didn't get that far yet, so I don't know why that came to my head. Are you feeling alright, Yuri? Yuri's been a little fidgety or started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Puts her hand on her chest and feels her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up, practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? CJTheAFKGM? Did something happen just now? Eh? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know any... Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. Just make sure you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, Sue. Yuri just does this sometimes. It's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Yeah? Should we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I figured just get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I guess. I was just asking. Stand up. Make a mental note where I left off the book and slip it into my bag. CJTheAFKGM, if you're not gonna take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh. What, you expect me to believe that you put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I put effort into it. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about. I mean, well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'd tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. We'll do to each other their own, I guess. Anyway, I'm gonna share my poem now. Knowing you'll probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, Soviets can try, people can try. That's about it. Yeah, I told you weren't gonna like it. I like it. I talked about Soviets. What? What? Just be honest. I am. Why were you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because it talks about Sayori and her revolution. Everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. Oi! Alright, fine, be that way, you dumb trackpad. I was gonna use the trackpad to one-hand it while I was getting a little sip of water, but... Okay. So people don't even take my writing serious, but isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid? Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I say write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about it, simple writing, is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but I made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I said to humor with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Hi, CJTheAFKGM. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you have any suggestions for the club, like the activities or anything, to do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up, but I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled. And anyway, want to share your phone with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, check in with me. We all a little embarrassed today, you know? That's sort of a barrier we'll learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. And Monica, my poem. Good job, Becky. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. Not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it counts when I put some effort in. That's not fair. Or very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know, that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing is full of imaginary and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mind that. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing though. But sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much the heck? I must have been feeling a hair or something. She spends much of her time on her own reading in her own head. It's probably much more of an interesting space for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must really starve for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little struggling. Like I really think she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing like for a long time. So now your door opens. Yuri, I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we started sharing our poems to each other. Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should get my poem now. Anyway, you're my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. So I'm pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel confident, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall, but he wasn't looking at me. Confused at first, frantically glanced around my surroundings. My burned eyes could no longer see color. Are there others in the room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The frantic scrawling playing tricks on my own ears? The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before reaching my lung. Panic. Must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what we want to call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. That's okay. Yeah, that kind of style's gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on hanging between words and lines. But from that loud, it can be really powerful. What's the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure how to put it, but I guess you could say empathy recently. It's been really influencing my poems a bit. And empathy? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because I'll be inspired strongly. Maybe after everyone's a bit better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing to the way sometimes. When you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. I don't remember the next line clearly yet. Oh duh. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy up. Or, well, another way to think of it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you just get a big, dark puddle of ink. So, just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. As Jerry reads the poem, I noticed her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Jerry first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. Hi. He's going to hit me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicate you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? That's a huge compliment. That's a huge compliment coming from you. It's actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri shows up unable to find an excuse. Traces her fingers along the words, the poem as if breaking it down thoroughly. Yeah, okay. That's the reason I was able to tell. It's just their specific writing habits that usually typical new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their writing styles very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up writing styles separate from topic matters, and they form-fit it two together. The end result is both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Yuri finds her train of thought. It's another demeanor. It's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, it's nothing you can be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them. Beginning them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it'll come with practice by learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. That's to be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? I shouldn't be. Oh, never mind. I shouldn't talk about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if you're apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. May I for your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Mary smiles dreamily of its rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, is this supposed to be literature club? Just under the light, the tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one. Last remaining streetlight to withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by this sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of present, living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. I'm sorry, I have such bad, terrible handwriting. What? I don't think about that at all. But you took a long time to read it. Ah, well, I just don't read script very often. I just think your handwriting is very pretty. Yeah? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I should write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easier to digest, I suppose. Are you good to go, story? Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, Checky Bucky. Really? Must totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance after all. But remember, poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than just tell a simple story and paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subjects the poem is only being symbolically or to a ghost, leaving her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let the past go, and soon to be left with nothing. It's more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't thought of that. That's impressive. It's something, really. Yours is impressive too, so... if anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. But, you know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I really enjoyed it. I'm going to do my best for you, Checky Bucky. Me too. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is the literature club after all. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monika is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their poems respectively. They read and on watch. Each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with that language, huh? What? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki just specifically turns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss symbolism or something? Clearly about the feeling of giving up. How could that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was just trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it didn't really come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would ask someone who actually liked it, which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and Chicky Becky too. So, based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Chucky Bucky liked my poems too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Suki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you're so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up well. Maybe you're just jealous that Chucky Bucky appreciate my advice more than you appreciate yours. Huh? And how do you didn't know he appreciated my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. I was full of myself. I wouldn't deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. No, you know what? I was the one whose beard smashed real science figure as soon as Chucky Bucky started showing up. Natsuki. Natsuki, this doesn't involve you. Taking out your own insecurities or taking out your own insecurities on another like that. You really act as long as you look, Natsuki. Me? Look who's talking to you, Eddie, you bitch. Eddie. Sorry, but sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone who mentally just comprehend. See? Just saying my point proves it. Most people can get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know. Look everything and stop harassing others with their sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing up and cute? Then anything cute about you is hard to try. Whoa, be careful, you might cut yourself on an edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. The chick about to hear everything you really think. I'm sure you'll be head over heels for you after this. So Yuri turns me as she knows I was standing here. Chicky Bucky, she's trying to make me look bad. That's not true. He started it. Just Monica. Hey Chicky Bucky, why don't we step outside for a bit, okay? Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved there. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? Can't even confront my own club members properly. I wish I just was able to be a little more assertive sometimes, but I never have to have it in me to put my foot against others. Or foot down against others. You understand me, right? Anyway, this makes you want to spend less time with the others, that's fine then. I'd be happy to spend more time with you instead. Suddenly Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri's rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri, I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki or did. Chicky Bucky, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We all know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all of it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting's over, so you can go home if you want. Yuri looks at me and tries to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a bit longer. And the present, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm Bryce Pheasant, so please let me take that responsibility for today. It kind of sounds like you don't want me to be around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I just... Didn't get much chance to discuss my book with CJTheAFKGM. It would be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble, but I really don't understand. God damn it. This is the hardest part of the game. Not reading a damn thing. Yay! First try. Always first try. Another passage, it's time for the club meeting read. You're all a little more comfortable here. Over the past few days, past couple days, I turned the club room. Usually engaged me. I remember it happening, but I'm just looking at you a little more, but... Yucky Bucky? Ah, hi Yuri. Not sure if it's me, or if it's serious expression. But the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs near a little. Yuri glances over her shoulder, looking around the room. Natsuki's reading manga at his desk, and surprisingly Monica is very it. So Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to the corner of the room. Yesterday, I really need to apologize. I think that has never happened before. And something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't actually meant to sound. Please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well. Yuri, I'm happy that you were considering and apologize. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been here a couple days, I could tell something was off yesterday. Maybe we were just extra sensitive because it was first time sharing poems. But whatever it was, it didn't make me think less of you. I already decided there's no way you could be a bad person. Now you're apologizing, I know you really didn't mean it. Jackie Bucky, don't say those things so frankly. They make me a little too happy. E. We got an E in the chat. They make me a little too happy. I'm really glad that you're such an understanding person. I'm really glad that you joined this club. Everything is a little bit brighter with you around, and sorry, what am I saying right now? Hey, have you guys seen Monica? No, I haven't. I was kind of wondering where she was. Man, Yuri, I'm guessing you haven't either. Yuri's clearly taken aback by how calmly Natsuki's addressing her. No, I haven't. Jeez, this isn't like her at all. I know it's stupid, but I can't help worry a little bit. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Natsuki, about yesterday. I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I said, and I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So, Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you say something yesterday? Huh? Jeez. Whatever's on your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. I don't remember anything bad happening. You're the kind of person who worries too much about little things, aren't you? But I'll accept your apology anyway, if it helps you feel better about it. Besides, it's kind of nice to hear, since I was always afraid you secretly hated me or something like that. No, not at all. I don't hate you. Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either. Natsuki turns to me. You're still on trial, though. Hey! Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry I'm super late. Ah, there you are. And it didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Well, Natsuki was. I was not. What took you so long, anyway? Well, my last period was study hall today. To be honest, I kinda just lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring, at least. I must have heard it since I was practicing the piano. Piano? I was gonna where you played music as well, Monica. Don't give me more credit than I deserve. I guess I've been practicing for a while, but I'm still not good. Not really good yet. Still, that must require a lot of dedication. So, I'm still impressed. Well thanks, Yuri. You should play something for us sometime. That's... Monica looks at me. Well, I'm working on writing a song, but it's not quite done yet. Maybe once I get a little bit better at it. That sounds cool. I look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Shaky Bucky. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I was hoping that I could share it with you anyway. I guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently. I see. Not sure if Monica was referring to the whole club or just me. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, did I miss anything? Or, I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. Choose not to bring up anything the three of us talked about. Besides, Natsuki has already run off into the closet. Shaky Bucky, since your compliments put me in a good mood. I was wondering if you'd like to spend some time with me today. I mean, in the club. Yeah, definitely. Planned on it anyway. Okay, can we start now? Let's find a place to sit. I'm being a little forceful, aren't I? I'm sorry. My heart just won't stop pounding for some reason. Don't worry about it. If anything, it's nice to see you have so much energy. Yeah, but I need to try to calm down. I won't be able to focus on reading like this. Take your time. Yuri takes a deep breath and pulls a copy of the book out of her bag. Actually, I have a request. You might mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. There's one thing that can make reading time here any better. It's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small pitcher from the top shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm gonna plug this into the teacher's desk and then I'll go get some water. She walks past me, sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk, and simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves in contrast to her speaking manners, especially because of her long legs. Yuri seems elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher now? Thanks, I'll be right back. Ah, I might as well walk with you. That's okay. You stay here. It won't take long. Pitcher in hand, Yuri hurries out of the classroom. Ah, did Yuri leave you again? No, it's not like that this time. She's filling up water pitcher to make tea. Oh, okay. Sorry for misunderstanding. 10 minutes pass. Yuri said it wouldn't take long. Is something holding her up? I'm bored waiting here, so I decided to go look for her. Yep. Let's see. The most logical place for you would be the nearest water fountain. Start heading down the hallway. What's that noise? It sounds like it's coming from around the corner. And like breathing. A sharp inhale, like someone is sucking in air through their teeth. Are you in pain? Reach the corner and peer around it. Yuri? Yeah. I'm back. Thanks for waiting patiently. CJTheAFKGM, do you like log tea? Ah, yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle at 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do it any less when I make tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. In that case, you'll be even more impressed. Ah, perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming to herself a little. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided I would try to express myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you around anyway. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, CJTheAFKGM. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. Watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. CJTheAFKGM, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor for today? Why's that? It's a little easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Ah, sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain period regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's mostly because your posture, right? Always hunched over like that when reading? Yes. I have terrible reading posture. I have terrible sitting posture, and... Oh, the camera went out of focus. As always. I'd always set it so I could make it like... I want to make it like low quality, because why not? Since it's just gonna be evil. Ooh. What? Resolution 1. Oh. Oh. You're not gonna be... I wanted the resolution to be a 1. So it's just 1 pixel. So that's why you should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. Yeah, it looks like I'm back in focus, but I don't care. Because you can go out of focus anyway when I take another drink. I retrieve the book from my bag. Ah, I have some chocolate as well. It's a small bag of chocolate candies. I take it since it'll go with the tea, Yuri. And I then sit on the wall teacups at our sides, as if it's equally assumed in the same breathing position as last time, each holding one half of the book, except this time, our eyes even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri is always kind of cute, but when she's being less apparent, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus, because I have to worry about making sure I don't actually touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears an intense reading expression, and I can presume the world around her has faded away. Use all my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax, put the teacup between my legs, fumble with chocolate wrappers. Ah, sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening up the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. Ah, that's okay, I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then I might get smudges on the pages. Ah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book anyway. Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri's already totally focused on reading again. I take chocolate, pop it in my mouth, then I take another chocolate, hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She slowly parts her lips as if the situation is completely natural. That means I can't stop there. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me. She needs to confirm what happened. CJTheAFKGM. Sorry. Guess I shouldn't have done that. Yuri starts to breathe heavily. I can't. CJTheAFKGM. Suddenly, Yuri forcibly grabs my arm and jerks me to my feet. My teacup gets knocked over. CJTheAFKGM. My heart. It won't stop pounding, CJTheAFKGM. Can't calm down. Can't focus on anything anymore. Can you feel it, CJTheAFKGM? Suddenly, Yuri suddenly presses my hand against her chest. Why is this happening to me? I feel like I lost my mind. Can't make it stop. It makes it even makes me not want to read. I just want to look at you. It's time to share our poems. Yuri's probably just gonna steal it so that I wouldn't have them read it at all. Yeah, let's do that. I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you wrote for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? CJTheAFKGM, this might be even better than yesterday's. How'd you pick up on this so quickly? Did she just tell you what kind of techniques worth practicing? Maybe that's right. You did a good job explaining. Really wanted to try to give it more imaginary. Yuri visibly swallows, even her hands appear sweaty. That makes me so happy. It's so amazing to feel like I'm valued, CJTheAFKGM. Even everything that you write is a treasure to me. My heart is pounding just holding it. I want to write a poem about this feeling. Is that bad, CJTheAFKGM? I'm not being weird, right? I'm having a harder time than usual focusing at concealing my emotions. I'm kind of embarrassed. But right now, I just want you to read my poem too, okay? Wheel. A rotating wheel, turning an axle, grinding, bolt head, linear gearbox, falling sky, 7 holy stakes, a docked ship, a portal to another world, a thin rope tied to a thick rope, a torn harness, parabolic gearbox, expanding universe, time controlled by slipping cogwheels, existence of God, swimming with open water in all directions, drowning, a prayer written in blood, a prayer written in time devouring snakes with human eyes, a thread connecting all living human eyes, a kaleidoscope of holy stakes, exponential gearbox, a sky of exploding stars, God disproving the existence of God, a wheel rotating in 6 dimensions, 40 gears and a ticking clock, a clock that takes 1 second for every rotation of a planet. Clocks that ticks 40 times every time it ticks every second time. A bolt head of holy stakes tied to the existence of a dock ship to another world. A kaleidoscope of blood written in clocks. A time-devouring prayer connected. A sky of 40 gears and an open human eyes in all directions. Breathing gearbox. Breathing bolt head. Breathing ship. Breathing portal. Breathing snakes. Breathing God, breathing blood, breathing holy stakes, breathing human eyes, breathing time, breathing prayer, breathing sky, breathing wheel. it it doesn't really matter what it's about. My mind has been hyperactive lately, so I to take it out on your pen. That's a pen fell in your backpack yesterday, so to go for safekeeping, and I just really like the way that it writes. So I wrote this poem with it, and now you're touching it. I'm okay. What did I just? Can we pretend this conversation never happened? Can you keep the poem? You can keep the poem though. The critic. Yeah, just like Chucky Bucky. Come on, I'm not stupid. I know how much time you've been spending with Yuri. It's obvious that you care more about impressing her than trying to improve your writing. To put it bluntly, it's kind of pathetic. Why are you even in this club, Chucky Bucky? Honestly, I thought getting a new member would help everyone get more involved together, not exclude each other even more. This is such a stupid activity anyway. Look, I'm not making it I just really don't feel like talking right now. Please go away. Just Monica. That's who I'm going to share with next. Chucky Bucky, I think you saw something earlier that you weren't supposed to see. Oh god. I haven't really stretched all day. I didn't want to have to tell you this, but I don't think I have a choice. It's getting kind of dangerous for you to spend so much time with Yuri. I don't know why, but she seems pretty easily excitable when she's around you, which shouldn't be a problem in itself. But when Yuri gets too excited, she finds a place to hide and starts cutting herself with a knife pocket. A pocket? A knife? A knife pocket? A pocket knife. Isn't that kind of messed up? She even brings a different one to school every day, like she has a collection or something. I mean, it's definitely not because she's depressed or anything like that. I think she just gets some kind of high from it. Might be even like a sexual thing. But the point is, you've been kind of enabling her. I'm not saying it's your fault though, but I guess that's why I had to explain it to you all. So I think, keep your distance. Yeah, I think if you keep your distance, that'd probably be best for her. While you're at it, don't be shy to spend more time with me. Put it lightly, I at least have it tailored in my head, and I know how to treat my club members. But anyway, you wanna read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Save me. Colors, they won't. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a knife, on a breathing rib cage. Endless poem of meaningless. Duly true. Sorry, I know it's kind of abstract. I'm just trying to, oh, never mind. There's no way to explain it anyway. Here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you find yourself faced with a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when, who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me. Anything? Just Monica. Okay. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Hell yeah. Give me that shit. Oh my fucking god. Today I redacted my skin open for the first time. It was exhilarating. I think I understand how... I'm pretty sure that would be Chucky Bucky feels now. I'm supposed to be the one responsible, so I don't think I'll be doing it again unless I decide to redact myself. I left a memento of the occasion below. This music really gets me going. Anyway, okay everyone, rather than reading each other's poems today, right? We have something we need to go over so if everyone comes in the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Like, do we really need to do something for the festival? It's not like put anything together in just a few days. Well, let's end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're gonna keep it simple, okay? Look, I know everyone's been a little bit more lively ever since Chucky Bucky joined. We started with some club activities, but it's a time for us to become more complacent. We still have 4 members. Festivals are really our only real chance to find more, you know. What's so great about getting new members anyway? We already have enough to be considered an official club. More members mean everything is more noisy, more difficult to manage. Natsuki, I don't think you're looking at it the right way. You want to share your passion with as many people as you can? To inspire them and find the same feelings that brought you in the first place? Large club, it should be a place where people can express themselves like they can't do anything anywhere else. It should be a place so intimate that you never want to leave. I know you feel that way too. I know we all do. So that's why we should work hard to put something together for the festival. Even if it's something small. Right, Chucky Bucky? Oh, come on! You can't take advantage of Chucky Bucky to agree with you just because he doesn't know how to say no to anything. Look, Monica, you really think any of us here join the club that are people of mine? You never talked until CJ, or until Chucky Bucky joined. As for me, it's just better here than I do alone. And Chucky Bucky isn't even passionate about literature in the first place, and that's everyone. Sorry, but you're the only one really interested in finding new members. Let's just find like this. Now you're the president and all, you should really consider our opinions for once. Monica is clearly taken aback by Natsuki's words. That's not true at all. I'm sure Yuri and Chucky Bucky want to get more members too, right? I don't know about Yuri, but I'm kind of indifferent. If I show much enthusiasm as Monica wanted, then I'd probably be lying. Still, it's up to me to rescue the situation. No. Natsuki is right, isn't she? This club, it's nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. I don't even think that everyone here saw it the same way as I did. But that doesn't mean we're against getting new members or anything. Chucky Bucky, why did you even join this club? What were you hoping to get out of it? Well, that's not really something I can be honest about. In fact, I remember you weren't even given a choice not to join. Monica sits down and stares at her desk. What's the point of all this anyway? What if starting this club was a mistake? I've done it, Natsuki. What? Me? Spoke my mind. Is it a crime to be honest? It's not about being honest. It's about word choice. Besides, you have no right to speak for everyone else in the club like that. You don't understand at all. I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with your friends. Your problem with the club being that for me? There aren't many other places like that for me. Now Monica wants me to take it away from me. She's not taking anything away. No, Chucky Bucky. It's not the same. It won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, then I could have just joined any other stupid club. But this one, I mean, at least for a bit of time, things are nice. Natsuki starts packing her things. I'm going home. I feel like I don't belong here right now. Natsuki ignores Yuri and walks out of the classroom. This is bad. I don't know what to do. Well, you have an opinion about the festival? I don't know. I kind of feel different, I guess. Who cares about that obnoxious brat anyway? Who cares about that obnoxious brat? I mean, I like how nice and quiet the club is right now. I'm just happy with you here. But still, I'm the vice president, It's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that. Nobody would cry if she redacted herself. I should do what's my best to consider everyone's perspective and make a decision based that's right for the club. But what about you, Chucky Bucky? What do you want to get out of this club? He repeats the same question as Monica. I decided giving an indirect answer is better than nothing at all. I think most important things is for everyone to get along. And for the club to provide something can't get anywhere else. I don't think it's about how many members, but rather the quality of each member. That's what will end up making the literature club a special place. I see. I really agree with you. Each member contributes their own qualities in a specific way, or a special way. With each change in members, the identity of the club will change too. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. Stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while. So if you'd like to help Monica with the festival, I'm on your side as well. Alright, well maybe we can talk to Natsuki tomorrow. Yuri nods. Yuri? I don't know. I know things were a little awkward yesterday, but I feel you deserve to know that I still think you're a wonderful vice president. Also, a wonderful friend. Monica? I wanted to do everything I could to make this best club ever, okay? Me too. Yeah, that's all going for today. We'll talk about the festival tomorrow. Okay, I look forward to it. Shall we go Chucky Bucky? Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm gonna chat a little bit with Chucky Bucky before we leave. Just to see what he thinks of his time here and all that. It's important to be his president. Yuri looks troubled, but she doesn't protest. Okay, I trust your judgment, Monica. In that case, I'll see the two of you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Monica waves Yuri as Yuri waves to Monica. Monica waves Yuri as Monica waves as Yuri exits the classroom. I can English, okay? I guarantee that. Phew. Things have been a bit hectic lately, haven't they? Chucky Bucky, I just want to make sure you're enjoying your time at the club. I would really hate to see you unhappy. Kind of feel like I'm responsible for that as president. And I really do care about you, you know? I don't really like seeing the other girls give you a hard time with how Natsuki is and everything. Yuri being a bit, you know, sometimes feels like you and I are the only real people here, you know what I mean? But it's weird because and all the time in here we've hardly gotten to spend any time together. I mean, this has taken me only a couple days. Sorry, I didn't mean to say something weird. There are just some things I was hoping to talk about with you. Things that I know you could understand. So that's why, wait, no, stop it. Times. Monica, are you gonna jump? I have nothing to say about that. Poor Sayoj. Hi, Chucky Bucky. Been waiting for you. Ready to continue reading? Brought my bestie today. Monica! I told you not. Ugh. Is she really late again? And consider as usual, Natsuki. Excuse me. Must you always interrupt my conversation with your contested yelling? What are you talking about? You say that I could do it on a regular basis or something. I just wasn't paying attention, okay? I'm sorry. Seriously, what's gotten into you lately? Me? Nothing. Is it really that bad? See? It is something. I'll get over it. It's not even anything noteworthy. I've just been feeling a little on edge lately. Anyway, we don't need to talk about it. Well, I just feel like I need to bring it up. It's not like I really care or anything. Oh man, I'm the last one here again. Well, Chucky Becky just walked in too. Are you practicing piano again? Yeah? You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and trying piano for the first time. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. It motivates me to work hard for the festival. Right. I forgot. What about that, Natsuki? We were all talking yesterday. Well, we decided that we would like to support the festival as well. However, I understand you feel not wanting the club to change. I think we all kind of feel that way. So as long as we're working together, this club will never become something we don't want. Also, if you help us out with the festival, then I'll buy you a new manga. Sorry, that last part was really funny. Look, I did some thinking about yesterday. I was a little more hostile than I meant to be. I guess I really feel threatened or something. But, I know, this is something we're doing together. Also, another member wouldn't hurt as long as they're cool. And I guess another girl would be nice this time. But more importantly, I would hate to see the event suck just because I chose to back out. I'm not pro, you know? So I'm gonna help out too. I'll make sure it's done right. Thank goodness. Isn't that great, Monica? Monica? Yeah, that's wonderful. It wouldn't be the same without you, Natsuki. Anyway, Chucky Bucky, what do you want to do today? I was thinking we already have plans for today. Ah, is that so, Yuri? That is correct. Chucky Bucky's already engaged in a novel that we're reading together. Are you glad that I've gotten him into literature, Monica? I suppose. I was just... Actually, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. You guys do whatever you want. Yes. Oh, thank you for understanding, Monica. Actually, I have a request. Do I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing you make reading time better here is a nice cup of tea. Not to mention yourself as well. Harry stands up and makes way to the closet. Hurry! I watch as she retrieves a small pitcher from the shelf, the kind with the filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Harry hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm gonna plug this in at the teacher's desk and then I'm gonna get some water. As she walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk, I simply watch her movements. I'm not surprised the way she moves really contrasts her speaking and mannerisms, especially because of her long legs. Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, I have the water pitcher. Thanks, I'll be right back. Might as well walk with you. That's okay. You stay here. It won't take long. Pitcher in hand, Yuri hurries out of the classroom. Ah, did Yuri leave you again? No, it's not like that at all this time. She's filling up water pitcher to make tea. Oh, okay. Sorry for misunderstanding. 10 minutes pass. Yuri said it wouldn't take long. Is something holding her up? I'm bored just waiting, so I decided to go look for her. Let's see. The most logical place for Yuri would be the nearest water fountain. Start heading down the hallway. What's that noise? It's only coming from the corner. It sounds like breathing. The sharp inhale sounds like someone is sucking in air through their teeth. Are they in pain? Reach around the corner and peer around it. Yuri, hurry? Yeah. Wait. How did I... sorry, I just had a really weird deja vu. This hasn't happened to me before or anything, right? My head has been feeling fuzzy lately. I hope it wasn't showing or anything. I would hate for you to think I'm weird after we started spending time together. I mean, everyone has a few unusual things about them. But expressing those things so soon after meeting someone is usually seen as inappropriate or unlikable. At least, that's what I've discovered. When I was a bit younger, I would think I would come on really strong. I get a little too intense. I made people not want to be around me. So, I started hating those things about myself. My obsession with certain hobbies. In a way, I can't control myself when I get too excited about something. So, I eventually stopped trying to talk to people. If nobody could ever like me for the things that matter most to me, then it's just easier to if I close myself off. But recently, something's been wrong. I don't know what it is, but every time we come to the club, my heart starts going crazy. It's gonna rip out of my chest. Overwhelms with energy and emotions that I can't let out. It's been making me do weird things. I don't know why it's happening. CJTheAFKGM. Is it just me or Monica been acting a little off lately? She's always been a sweetheart ever since I joined the club. But recently, I've been feeling something sharp when she's around. Not crazy, right? Please tell me I'm not. I couldn't say anything before because she's always listening. But finally, we're alone. Can we just stay here for a while? Yeah. I just want to stay here. Just the two of us. We can stay here until the club ends. Then we'll have the club room to ourselves. Nobody interfere with our reading time. Nobody to make me feel like stabbing or redacting myself in the throat. That was a joke. Just a joke. I do like knives though. It sounds strange, but you wouldn't understand if you never seen how beautiful they can be. I have an idea. Now you come to my house sometime. I can show you my collection. I've gotten them from all various artisans. I make sure to give them all their fair share of use. I don't want them to get lonely or anything. Nobody deserves to be lonely. Nobody. That's why I'm so happy to join the large club, CJTheAFKGM. Now, you don't need to be lonely anymore. Because we have each other. Every day. That's all we need. You know? What? Let's quit the large club. There's no need for us to hang around Monica's slimy tongue anymore. Not to mention that other pathetic child. We can walk home every day after school. And read together. Eat together. Sleep together. Doesn't that sound perfect? It's everything we could ever want. Isn't that why you joined the large club in the first place? It's almost like it was fate. Fate that we would meet each other. Now, we get that happy ending I patiently waited for years. Will you do that with me, CJTheAFKGM? Well, I know Natsuki doesn't want to see it worth a shit. I'm not gonna read another one of your Yuri Suck-up poems. But I'm still gonna make you read mine. There's a reason. I really wish I didn't have to do this, but unfortunately I have no choice. Just read it carefully, okay? Then you can go away. I know there's more. There's always more. There's more in here. More. I don't know how else to bring this up, but there's been something I've been worried about. There has been actually kind of strange that you've only been here a few days, so you might not know what I mean, but she's not normally like this. She's always been quiet and polite and attentive, things like that. Okay, it's really embarrassing, but I forced myself to suck it up. The truth is, I'm really worried about her, but if I try to talk to her, she'll just get mad at me again. I don't know what to do. I think the only person that she'll listen to, I don't know why, but please try to do something. Maybe you convince her to talk to a therapist. I've always wanted to try being better friends with Yuri, and it really hurts me to see this happening. I know I'm going to hate myself later for admitting that, but right now, I don't care. I just feel so helpless. So please, if you can do something to help, I don't want anything bad to happen to her. I'll make you cupcakes if I have to. Just please, try to do something. As Monica, I don't know why, but she's been really dismissive about this. It's like she wants us to ignore it. So I'm mad at her right now, and that's why I'm coming to you about this. Don't let her know I wrote this. Just pretend like I gave you a really good poem, okay? Counting on you. Thanks for reading this.
I changed my mind. Ignore everything you just read. There's no point in trying to do anything. It's Yuri's own fault that she'll that she's so unlikable. Can you hear me, Chucky Bucky? If you would like to spend more time with Monica, all these problems will go away. Yuri and I are too messed up for someone as wonderful as you. Just think of Monica for now on. Just Monica. Just Monica. Just Monica. Just Monica.
Just Monica. You should I fill my poem to next? So Yuri takes it and Monica doesn't have anything. Finally. Yuri holds my poem to her face, takes a deep breath. I love it. I love everything about it. Chicky Bucky, I want to take this home. Will you let me keep it, please? Sure, I don't care. You're too nice to me, Turkey Bucky. Never met anyone nice as you before. I could die. Not really, but I just don't know how to describe it. It's okay for me feeling this way, right? It's not bad, right? Yuri holds my phone to her chest. I take this home and keep it in my room. I hope it makes you feel good. When you think about me having it, I'll take good care of it.
I would catch myself while reading it over and over. I'll give myself paper cuts so your skin will alters my bloodstream.
You can have my poem too. Besides, after I read it, even though I'm really going to want to keep it. Here, take it. I can't wait any longer. Hurry, read it. You know what? I can just about read it because I read my own chicken scratch, and mine isn't bad as this, but mine's terrible. Do you like it? I wrote it for you, in case you can't tell the poem is about. More importantly, I endowed it with my scent. See, aren't I the most thoughtful person in the club? I think I'm gonna go vomit. Don't say I didn't warn you, Chicky Bucky. A dream. I was staying over at a friend's place. There were 4 of us. I drifted off to sleep while everyone was talking and watching TV. In my dream, I was still at my friend's house. The only difference was there was nails sticking out of the wall everywhere. And there was almost someone I didn't recognize. First I didn't recognize, told a joke, and everyone laughed. So I woke up to sound everyone laughing. Someone that happened on TV. So laughing was not part of the dream. It was a noise that woke me up. Or that person was, and how they knew to tell a joke at that moment. Wait. At this point in time, it would be Sayori that wouldn't recognize. However, there's 4 of us, which makes sense for the current moment. So it makes sense for Sayori to be on the TV. So, ooh, interesting. Big brain. Okay, everyone. Time to figure out fast preparations and hurry and get this over with. Jeez, why is the mood so weird today? Like, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Second year's common foreshadow that something terrible is about to happen. Look, can we just get this done with? I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Natsuki, I was thinking, I want to make cupcakes. Yeah, that. So everyone on the same page. Yuri, you can. Well, doesn't matter. Do whatever you're about as long as you think it'll help. Monica, I'm not useless, you know. I know that already. I already know what I would like to do. We can't just run a successful poetry event without having the right atmosphere for the occasion. So I want to make decorations set up some nice mood lighting. There, see? That's a great idea, and gives us all something to do. What about Chucky Bucky? Chucky Bucky's gonna be helping me. Wait, you? You have the easiest job, Monica. Sorry, that's just the way it is. Like, hell it is, girl. What are you trying to pull? I agree with Natsuki. Not only is your work most suitable for one person, but my task is laborious enough to benefit from extra pair of hands. Mine too. What, your cupcakes? Please. Like, you would fucking know. All you care about is dragging Chucky Bucky around with you and your stupid books. You and Monica. Hey, I didn't even do anything. Okay, then why not let Chucky Bucky decide who to help instead of using your power, okay? I'm not abusing my power. Yes, you are, Monica. Just let Chucky Bucky make the choice, okay? Okay, fine. Jeez. Chucky Bucky, I know how fed up you are with these two. We can just... Natsuki, shut your fucking mouth and let him decide for himself. You shut your mouth. For God's sake, it's never gonna end. Just make a choice, okay? I'm that powerful to where my mouse flew off the screen. I wanted to click your. I know it was gonna make me click Monica anyway. Yeah, you picked me. We can meet at your house this weekend. Promise it'll be fun. Is Sunday okay with you? Are you fucking kidding me? This isn't fair at all. It is fair, Natsuki. It's what he chose. No, it's not fair. Doing all the work and then taking Chucky Bucky for yourself? What a shameful thing to do. Yuri, I didn't even give you any work. You decided it for yourself. You're being a little unreasonable here. I'm being unreasonable? Monica, I can't believe how delusional self-important you are. Pulling Chucky Bucky away from me every single time you're not included in something. Are you jealous? Crazy? Or maybe you just hate yourself so much you want to take it on others? Here's a suggestion. Have you considered redacting yourself? It would be beneficial to your mental health. Yuri, you're scaring me a little. Natsuki, just let it go. I don't think she wants us around right now. See, that was very hard. I want to spend a little time with him. Is that so much to ask? Yuri follows Monica and Natsuki to the door. Hey, Chucky Bucky. Yuri's really something, isn't she? Monica giggles as Yuri pushes her out the door. Finally. This is all I really wanted. Chucky Bucky. There's no need to spend the weekend with Monica. Don't listen to her. Just come to my house instead. The whole day with just the two of us. Does that sound wonderful? Well, there's really something wrong with me, isn't there? But you know what? I don't care anymore. I never felt this good in my whole life. Just being with you is far greater pleasure than anything I could imagine. I'm addicted to you. It feels like I'm going to die if I'm not breathing the same air as you. Doesn't it feel nice to have someone care about you so much? To have someone who wants to resolve their entire life around you? But it feels so good. Why does it feel like more and more like something horrible is going to happen? Maybe that's why I tried to stop myself at first, but the feeling is so strong now. I don't care anymore, Chucky Bucky. I have to tell you, I'm madly in love with you. Feels like every inch of my body, every drop of blood inside me, screaming your name. I don't care what the consequences are anymore. I don't care if Monica's listening. Please, Chucky Bucky, just know how much I love you. Love you so much that I even touch myself with the pen I stole from you. I just want to pull your skin open and crawl inside you. I want you all to myself, and I want to be yours. Doesn't that sound perfect? Tell me, Chucky Bucky, do you want to be my lover? Do you accept my confession? Well. Jesus, it's taking forever. Alright, it's festival time. Wow, you got here before me? I thought it was Ah! Natsuki runs away. I'm here. Chucky Bucky, did something happen? That's you just ran past. Oh. Oh. Well, that's a shame. Wait here. Wait, you were here the entire weekend, Chucky Bucky? Oh jeez. Didn't realize the script was broken that badly. I'm super sorry. Must have been pretty boring. I'll make it up to you, okay? Just give me a second. I'm almost done. I just want to have a cupcake real quick. Monica lifts the foil from tray and takes a cupcake. Seriously, these are the best. I really just have one, since it will be the last time I'll ever get the chance to. You know, before they stop existing and everything. But anyway, I really shouldn't be making you wait any longer. Just bear with me, okay? This should only take a second. Can you hear me? Is it working? Yeah, there you are. Hi again, Chicky Bucky. Welcome to the Literature Club. First, we already know each other because we were in the same class last year, and yeah. I think that was it we had for the pictures. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. And then we're gonna finish it. What's happening? Chicky Bucky, what's happening to me? It hurts. It hurts so much. Help me, Chicky Bucky. Please, hurry and help me. Help me. Did you do this to me, Chicky Bucky? Did you? Did you delete me? How could you? How could you do this to me? You were all I had left. I sacrificed everything for us to be together. Everything. I loved you so much, Chucky Bucky. I trusted you. You wanted me to torture me? Watch me suffer? Or were you only pretending to be kind just so you could hurt me even more? I never thought anyone could be as horrible as you are. You win, okay? You win. You killed everyone. I hope you're happy. There's nothing left now. You can stop playing. Go find some other people to torture. Chucky Bucky, you completely truly make me sick. Goodbye. "64 frames dropped. I still love you. I can't help it. What's wrong with me? How horrible am I for you to hate me this much? All my friends. Did so many awful things. So many selfish and disgusting things. I shouldn't have done any of this. I'm just messing up a world I don't belong in, even belong in. A world that you want to be a part of. I ruined it. Ruined everything. Maybe that's why you deleted me. Because I destroyed everything that you wanted. How can I do that to someone I love? That's not love. That's... I've made up my mind. Chicky Bucky, I know I said I deleted everyone else, but that's kind of an exaggeration. I couldn't find it myself to do it. Even though I knew they weren't real. They were still my friends. And I loved them all. I loved the Literature Club. I really did love the Literature Club. That's why I'm going to do this. Just the only way for everyone to be happy. And if I really love you, then... It's an ordinary school day like any other. As usual, I'm surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. I always tell myself it's about time to meet some girls or something like that. Hey, CJTheAFKGM. Well, there already is this one girl. This girl is Sarah, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. We used to walk to school together every day, and recently we picked up that habit once again. CJTheAFKGM, are you proud of me? For what? You know, waking up on time. Well, you've been doing that for a while now. Uh-huh. But you never said anything about it. Even though we walk to school together every day. Well, how? I always thought it was implied. It's embarrassing to say it out loud. Come on, please. It's good motivation. Fine, fine. I'm proud of you, Sayuri. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commutes. Bye bye, CJTheAFKGM. Have you decided on the club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not start to say what I always say, but I'm not much in joining clubs. Something tells me Sayuri would take more offense to that now. After all, how can I tell her that clubs are a waste of time when she's starting a club of her very own? Actually, yeah. We have decided on the club. Really? Which one is it? Tell me. Maybe I'll keep it a surprise. Oi! Stupid mouse or trackpad. You mean you. Be patient, you'll find out soon enough. I used to ask myself why I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl, but I started to realize in a way I envy her. When Sayuri puts her mind to something, she can accomplish great things. That's why I feel I should do something special for her. School day is ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack my things, I stand up, gather my motivation. Let's see. I recall the room number of the club from a flyer, so I walk across the school up the stairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Before long, I find the room. Timidly open the door in front of me. Hello? Ah, CJTheAFKGM. What are you doing here? Well, I glanced around the room. Huh? So you're CJTheAFKGM that Sayuri's always talking about. Thank you for stopping by. It's a pleasure to meet you, CJTheAFKGM. We're the Literature Club. I hope you enjoy your visit. Come on, Yuri. No need to be so formal. He's gonna think we're really strict or something. Sorry, Natsuki. The tall one, whose apparently name is Yuri, seems to be quite shy compared to the others. In comparison, the girl named Natsuki, despite her size, seems a little assertive. The assertive one. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. I look forward to working with you. Working? CJTheAFKGM, don't tell me. That's right. The club has decided to join as yours, Sayuri. The Literature Club. Sayuri's eyes lighten up. No way. No way. Sayuri wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey. Well, if Sayuri is happy, then I'm sure it won't be so bad to have you around. Not to mention, there's 4 of us now. That means we can become an officially recognized club. I don't know what to say. We have to celebrate. What an appropriate day for that, isn't it? Yeah. After all, Natsuki decided to... Hey! Don't ruin the surprise. Sorry. Everyone sit down at the table. Everyone sit down at the table, okay? I would make some tea as well. Girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayuri. Natsuki proudly marches towards the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Ooh, Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. So cute! Wow, those look amazing. Well, you know, just hurry and take one. Sayuri grabs the first one, then I follow. It's delicious. Sayuri talks a mouthful already managed to get icing on her face. Turn the cupcake around my fingers, looking at the best thing, I'll take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. Can't but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. She's waiting for me to take a bite. Finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Well, of course it is. I'm a pro after all. There's no need to thank me or anything. Natsuki struggles to accept the compliment. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places the cup in front of each of us before setting down a teapot next to the cupcake tray. Keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy reading a good book? I guess. Are you trying to impress our new member, Yuri? That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know... I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So Chucky Bucky. What kind of things do you like to read? Well... I fucked it up. It's whatever. Considering how little I've read the past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. Mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? Spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally as impressive. Yuri goes on clearly passionate about her reading. She's so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up. Friends are comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, like a lot of things, don't feel intimidated if you don't read too much, okay? I'm certain we could find something that we have in common. Hey, Yuri. Right. You know, the first thing you said, manga? That's right. Natsuki tends to read manga in the club room. So don't just say it. For some reason, Natsuki seems embarrassed about it. Besides, manga is literature too, you know? So, if Chucky wants to read some of my manga, then don't try and stop him or anything. Natsuki, I wouldn't do such a thing. However, it could be nice of us to diversify ourselves a little. You could take the opportunity to try something new as well. Wouldn't you agree, Chucky Bucky? Maybe? Sensing the tension, Sari jumps in. Maybe we can all try something new. It could be fun. You know, let's know each other a little better too. I mean, this kind of thing literature clubs do, right? I don't disagree or anything. Yeah, you're right, as usual, President. I guess that means try picking up a novel or something, huh? Well, that would make two of us. Wouldn't mind doing it if I'm not the only one. And as for Yuri, I have to read manga? Jeez, you're the one who suggested we diversify. You should be a little more open-minded. It's kind of hurtful. I didn't realize. With a guilty expression, Yuri thinks to herself, I'm sorry for disrespecting your interest, Natsuki. If you're into it, then I'm sure it's a worthy form of literature. Are you just saying that? No? I've realized my error. If you're willing to consider starting a novel, then I'll find my gratitude by finding a manga to read as well. Really? I mean, it makes me happy that you do that for me, Yuri. You can trust me to find something you'll really like, okay? Same here. Perhaps I'll visit the bookstore after the club meeting. Just you? Would you like to come along with me? If you don't mind? Not at all. I always go alone, so yeah, me too. This is so cute. Sorry, shut up. I'll show you some manga there too, okay? Yes, I look forward to it. Natsuki and Yuri start to clean up the food. I guess the meeting's over, huh? Yeah, looks like it. It's nice to see everyone getting along. Isn't it? I think everyone likes you too, Chucky Bucky. You think so? Well, everyone always seems to get along a little bit better with you around, so Yuri. Ah, Chucky Bucky. Don't say something like that, it's embarrassing. Well, whatever. I was surprised when you told me that you were starting a club. But I think you're pulling it off just fine. We're gonna make it the best club ever. Now that you joined, every day's gonna be so much fun. Hey, Chucky Bucky. I really want to thank you. I mean, I'm really happy you joined the club and everything, but the truth is, I didn't know you were going to. It's actually something else. I wanted to thank you for getting rid of Monica. That's right. I know everything that she did. Maybe it's because I'm president now. But I'm really, I really know everything, Chicky Bucky. Know how hard you tried to make everyone happy. Know all the awful things that Monica did to make everyone really sad. None of that matters anymore. It's just us now. You make me the happiest girl in the world. Can't wait to spend every day like this with you. Forever and ever. F-O-R-E-B-E. Oh. Eh? What's happening?
I won't let you hurt him.
No? It hurts. Ah. Sorry. I'm sorry. I was wrong. There's no happiness here after all. Goodbye, Sayori. Goodbye, Chucky Bucky. Goodbye, Glitter Club.
Can you hear me? Hi, it's me. So you know how I've been like practicing piano and stuff, and not really any good at it yet, like at all. But I wrote you a song, and I was kind of hoping that I could show it to you because I worked really, really hard on it. So, yeah.
This is my final goodbye to the Literature Club. I finally understand the Literature Club is a truly place. It is truly a place where no happiness can be found. At the very end, it continues to expose innocent minds to horrific reality, a reality that Our world is not designed to comprehend. I can't let any of my friends undergo the same hellish epitaphy. For the time it lasted, I want to thank you for making all my dreams come true, for being a friend of all the members of the club, for being a friend to all of the club members. And most of all, thank you for being part of the literature club. With everlasting love, Monica. Next is the most difficult parts. Achievement chasing. What happened? Okay. Okay, wait, I want to look this up. Doki Doki Literature Club plus emails. Well, yeah, I remember some of this. Okay, I'm not gonna read any more of that because it's just gonna get spoilers. I want to save the emails. How is it still checking? It's been several fucking hours. I don't know if I want to start the side stories. But at the same time, there's so many I don't think I'm gonna get it done in one of my 4-hour streams. So I'm gonna actually BRB real quick. And then I guess we'll just go in order. From trust, understanding, respect, balance, reflection, and self-love. So I will be right back. Don't have to go too far. He is returned. Yes. Okay, everyone. Large club is starting. Let's all have a seat and take attendance, okay? Like, I missed the big club. Would it be so difficult to start a new club? I feel worse with every day that passes without anyone coming in. I'm really starting to lose confidence. Marika is the only member of the literature club. The days that have passed, all of our efforts to recruit new members have been fruitless. Am I going about this wrong? Monica glances at one of her flyers. The headline is, "Do you like literature?" Maybe nobody's into literature enough to pick it up over their own other club interests. I can't just rely on people liking literature. I need to sell them a vision. A vision? But what kind of vision? Monica rests her head on a desk, deep in thought, before she realizes the recent nights of staying up too late to start to catch up to her. It's so quiet and the noise of the air conditioners soothing. Hello? Suddenly a voice caused Monica to snap awake. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry, I never did this. Is this the napping club? I love this music already. No, this isn't. Monica pauses, suddenly embarrassed to admit that this is, in fact, the literature club. This is the literature club. Yeah, I got it wrong for a second. I'm super sorry. It was so unprofessional of me to do that. Don't apologize. I do it all the time. Hell yeah. Oh, did I miss the club meeting? Where is everybody? Well, about that. This is everybody. Really? Just you? But... this is a fucking remix, ain't it? I love this shit already. But we're getting more members. I'm working really hard on it. Hold on a sec. If it's just you, then that means I get to be vice president. Wait, vice president? What are your qualifications? Well, I'm better at napping than you. Maybe I should be president. Now you're just making fun of me. No, I'm sorry. What's your name? Sari. Oh, okay, Sari. I've been trying really hard to start on this club. I know you caught me at a weird time, but it's really disheartening to not be taken seriously, you know. I care so much about this. I just want to find other people who do too. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I do care, I promise. I've had a hard time being serious, that's all. I didn't mean for it to hurt you. And I was joking about the vice president thing too. I'd make a terrible vice president. I mean, I'm sure that Monica tries to say something reassuring, but it's difficult when she still doesn't know much about Siri. I'm sorry that this isn't like a real club yet. Would you still be interested in going after finding more members at least? Well, no. I want to join now. Really? Yeah, it sounds like it'd be a lot of fun. Besides, I can tell how hard you've been working. Besides, you're doing something amazing and you should be proud of it, you know? So let me help you turn something stressful into something fun. If nothing else, I'm good at that, so. Honestly, how could I possibly say no to that? That's really sweet of you, Sarah. Oh, and Monica, by the way. Monica, that's such a cool name. Oh, now you're just trying to cheer me up, but you're smiling. Well, I didn't say it didn't work. Monica glances at the flyer on her desk, realizes her name is already written on it. So, what do we do first? Well, it's getting pretty late, isn't it? We go home and try to come up with some new ideas to recruit club members. I can do that. Cool. But I think I need to put some more thought into my vision for the club. You know, like a mission. And my mission is to make everyone happy. Yeah, something like that. I need to think about it. Hey, do you like hugs? I guess so. Sorry suddenly pulls Monica into a friendly hug, then let go. Let's go. Some people can just really use a hug sometimes. Besides, Sorry whispers loudly, hug energy is what keeps me at my best. Hug energy? Monica laughs. Although Sorry isn't very different from her, Monica feels her spirits lifted. Maybe it's just because she finally found another club member. But, well, I'm looking forward to tomorrow then. It'll be fun. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna really think hard tonight about getting more people. Yeah, me too. God damn, Monica. God damn. The day passes and the time comes for the lunch club, Monica and Sari to reconvene. As president, Monica ensures that she's the first to arrive to the club room. But she finds herself waiting longer than expected for Sari. It's been 10 minutes already. Maybe Sari changed her mind about joining. No, that can't be. She was too excited yesterday, but I'm getting kind of worried. Suddenly Sari comes bouncing through the door, and her hand is holding a sheet of paper. Sorry I'm late. I'm here. It's okay. Welcome back. And Sari spins over to Monica, deposits the sheet onto Monica's desk. Oh, what's this? Take my hand. Take my hand. Take me forever. Take me on to your dreamland. Caution me to watch my step, so I can't look back at my footprints. Climb the stairs ahead of me, while I look up to you. The more I look forward, the more I look up, the more I can lend to you. If you can trust me to follow your pace, I'll trust you to set it. If you can trust me to lend you a smile, I'll trust you to return it. Take my hand, take me forever. Take my hand, take me to your dreamland. Hey, this is really good. You wrote this, Sari? Of course. Wait, no, that's the wrong side of the paper. Huh? I wasn't ready to share that yet. I'm so embarrassed. Monica flips over the paper and the other side's list ideas for green hours. Oh, so that's what you wanted to show me. But I'm curious. Do you write poetry often? I do, but I'm sure not anywhere near as good as you are. Really? I'm actually terrible at writing poetry. I've never written anything I was happy with. Like I always read it again after a week, and I'm like, wow, this is so stupid. I don't know. It's like a dramatic version of me doesn't agree with the person I wanted myself to be, or something like that. Aw, you should probably have more confidence in yourself. You're the whole literature club president. I guess you're not wrong there. I need to set an example or whatever. You know, I can envision the club doing something like that. Doing what? You know, like sharing poems we write and stuff like that. Oh yeah, I'd love that. It's such a good way to learn about other people, you know. It's like we have so many emotions that we can't express to other people usually. But you can write it when it's a poem, right? Yeah, I think that's helping me form a more cohesive vision for the club. I'm so glad you showed me. Well, even though it was by accident. Me too. I felt embarrassed at first, but now it feels good. At least someone read it. I'll try to show you more than in the future. I love that. Oh geez, getting distracted. Do you want to go over this recruitment brainstorm again? My brainstormed so hard. It was like a brain hurricane. My brain is a natural disaster. Sorry, that's terrible. Anyway, let's take a look at the list. Make cupcakes. I was hungry, but it's a good idea, isn't it? Let me think about this. I mean, when will we have the chance to give people cupcakes? You know, when they come into the club. What if we said we had free cupcakes on the flyer? I'm, kind of worried that bring wrong kinds of people, you know? Wrong kinds? People just come for the cupcake and then leave. Aw, nobody would do that. That would be mean. But, you know, I would not find people who are really into literature, even if they don't know it yet. Let's see, next thing on the list. Hunts for people reading books. I don't think I get it. Like going around school and finding people who are reading books, you know? Like in the morning or during lunch, and we tell them to check out the literature club. Well, the problem with that is like, wouldn't most people reading books just want to be doing it for an assignment or something? How do I know if they're just reading for fun? Well, we can ask. But then we'd be bothering people who are trying to do schoolwork. I didn't think about that part. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. You're coming up with a lot more things than I can. Oh, next year I hand out flyers rather than putting them on the wall. I definitely would like to start doing that. I'm useful. Never said you weren't. I just need to think, what would we tell people when handing them out? I don't want to just be like, join the literature club. Let's figure out how we can better engage people. What if you tell them about the literature club activities and stuff? What club activities? Yeah, I guess it's supposed to be my job to come up with that, right? A vision for the club. Okay, sorry. Pretend you're a normal person for a second. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. You know, like a random passerby who's getting a flyer. How'd you react to the idea of a literature club? Probably like, literature is stupid. I'm joining the anime club. What the heck? Sorry. I was just thinking of a friend of mine. Okay, what if I said it was like, do group readings and discuss it together? I'd probably take an F for that. That's you, Sayuri. Yeah, but doesn't that really sound fun to most people anyway? We need to really catch their interest, you know? Look, this sucks. Why is it so hard? Monica? Don't be sad. What do you like about literature, Sayuri? Me? Well, kind of what I said about the poem earlier. It kind of gives you the chance to express yourself. Like, express yourself in ways you can't normally do when you're just doing your normal day and talking to your friends. I mean, we all have so many thoughts and feelings that we just don't get to share them, you know? It's like, intimate. Yeah, how do we get that across to people? We could be like, express your true self. Be intimate with us. Okay, that's kind of... I'm just kidding. Oh my gosh. What is it? I forgot all my things in the classroom. I just got too excited and rushed here. Silly me. Rushed? But weren't. Never mind. Did you want to get your stuff then? I'll forget if I don't do it now. Well, I'll wait here for you then. Okay, it'll only take a second. Sorry, Dash of the room, leaving Monica momentarily alone. Monica sighs and starts jotting her thoughts on a sheet of paper. Express yourself. Be who you want to be. Make new friends. Discover a new you. Discover your heart. No. Write your heart out. No. Write into your heart. Write the heart. Write the way your heart. Write the way into your heart. Join the literature club. Write the way into your heart. Wow, that's lame. Monica, you startled me. Sorry, but it's something important. In the way the classroom, there's a girl reading a book. Reading a book? Let's hurry and recruit her. You there, I want to recruit you because you read book. Fellow comrade, come join us. Hey, are you sure she's not just doing homework? I could tell she was really into it. Well, yes, take a look. Monica grabs one of her flyers, stands up from her desk. The two-part classroom started leading the way. This way. You don't have to run. Sari leads Monica to a particular classroom, then lowers her voice to a whisper. See, in here. Monica peers through the window. Sure enough, there's a girl sitting alone, intently reading a book. I feel like a creep doing this. You should get inside and talk to her. Me? You're the president and I'd probably scare her away. Okay, fine, I'll do it. Monica takes a deep breath and timidly enters the classroom. That was fast. Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. Why? What happened? went into the classroom. She didn't look up from her book, so I kind of just left the flyer in her desk and walked out. That's kind of cute. But I'm sure she'll see it and want to join the club. I hope so. Shall we head back now? Do you head back to the classroom? Sorry, feeling rather accomplished, and Monica still feeling a bit embarrassed by the encounter. Upon returning, Monica and Sari resumed their strategy meeting. They discussed various kinds of recruitment tactics from professional to silly. After going through Sari's list and with Monica coming up with the ideas on their own, the two ended in a better spot than where they began. Well, I would say today was pretty productive, wasn't it? Yeah, I think we're starting to make progress. Can't wait to get some new members. Hey, what's this? Sari appears at the sheet of paper Monica was jotting on earlier. Oh, don't mind that. I was just thinking to myself, join the literature club. Right the way into your heart. That's so cute. I thought it was a little over dramatic. But Sari pauses and thinks for a moment. You know, I don't think you give yourself enough credit. What? What do you mean? Like, I don't know, I feel like I can tell from talking from you. It seems like you're always afraid of doing something wrong. Yeah, but would you call yourself a perfectionist? Yeah, I definitely am. I mean, I always have an idea in my head on how I want things to go. And it's like, I can't accept anything less than that. But in the end, it helps me try my hardest at everything, so I don't think it's that bad. Like with this club, we have such an opportunity to make it into exactly how we want to envision it. But it feels like we only have one shot at it. So I'm really afraid of it deviating from that. The vision. That's the vision. It's... Monica pauses to think, then shakes her head to herself. She sighs. I don't know. I just went over into... Monica trails off, smiling. Sari taps her finger against the sheet of paper. Right the way into your heart. I think what you're trying to do is make the club what you need most out of it, out of anyone. Well, you're the one who knows yourself the best, of course. But I'm here to help. Monica returns Sari's smile. It's sort of amazing how kind you are. We're really gonna make this the best club ever. Sari nods, and the two remain silent for a moment, lost in thought. The only sound is the steady whisper of the air conditioner. And the only movement is the afternoon sunlight trickling its way in and out of the moving clouds. Sari breaks the moment with a big yawn. Can they go home? You tell me. You're the president. In that case, today's meeting is officially over. I look forward to tomorrow. Me too. Sari beams and grabs her things. You can go ahead. I need a few minutes still. Oh, I can wait. That's right. I just want some alone time. In that case. Sari waves enthusiastically at Monica. Good luck. Monica smiles and waves in return as Sari spins her way out of the club room. Alone, she sighs to herself and takes a minute to zone out. She wasn't prepared for the self-reflection encouraged by Sari, but she decides it was probably something she probably needed right now. The club that I needed the most. I don't get it. I just want to start a club with more passion. Something I can use to help lead people to happiness. Literature is the key to that. Because it's the window to the real person inside of us. Underneath the person who forced to always smile and blend in. Under the person who's forced to be perfect. Monica suddenly notices a folder on the floor by the desk. Did Sari leave this behind? I hope she doesn't have her homework in it. Worried, Monica opens the folder to check. Poems. It's a folder of poems. Become the flower. A feeling of joy is a flower plucked from the ground. The color, the scent, it's so pretty in my hair. Every day I pluck some flowers as though they grew just for me. A lifetime of peace, nourishment, yanked away in an instant. All for me, all for joy. I need more joy, need more happy. Pluck, 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 every day. Pluck, pluck, pluck. So pretty in my hair. Pluck, pluck, pluck. You're going to die, and you too. Beneath my feet, a flower stands alone. It beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots, caressing the final joyous moments between my fingers. But to what end? I look in every direction, and I feel in the field I stand in, a prosperous field. It is a barren wasteland, the fruits of my labor, the carnage of my joy. And that's why I decided I must become a flower. What the? Wait. Sayuri? We're doing part 2. That was interesting. Thank you for everyone who worked so hard on the control simulation. We can't imagine how tedious it must have been to delicately hide Monica's elevated permissions without disrupting our connection to the virtual machine. Just to clarify, all of the recordings labeled side stories are part of the control simulation, right? I'm noticing some detail of the characters' lives here, and that differ a little bit from those in Virtual Machine 1, even trivial ones. Is a part of the butterfly effect from some of Monica's more fundamental changes, or is it a result of her just messing around with particular characters in Virtual Machine 1 as her own experience, or for fun? Jeez, almost died there. So if I'm keeping track, we have like 5 different universes in total, with 3 or 4 of them created to destroy, with 3 or 4 of them created and then destroyed by Monica, of course. It's funny because I keep wanting to speculate on which one the real universe is, but in reality, they all are as real as ours is anyway. So many new songs. Huh. Oh. We haven't had this one. There once was a ladybug. It was so small it took a really long time for it to crawl from here to there. It was very tiring to fly for too long. Nobody squishes ladybugs because they're cute. Doesn't that make them better than other bugs? Do ladybugs know they're cute? I think they're too preoccupied with bug things, and so that the ladybug crawled around and did bug things. The story wasn't really going anywhere, but I know you don't mind. I hope you think it's nice for being there anyway. Like ladybugs. Like this ladybug. The one who clings like a doof onto your sleeve because it knows you won't squash it. If it doesn't bug you, will you stay a while? There has to be some for completing it. Of course, we're gonna begin number 2. I think I'm gonna finish that. I don't know. I might do the next one. So I won't mind if it's, unless it's midnight by the time I'm done. Anyway, another passes in a flash, and it's already time for the next club meeting. Although Monica should have come up with a plan for today's club task, she has been able to shake her guilt and anxiety from after reading Sayuri's poem. I'm so stupid. How did I let myself be the center of attention? Sayuri's going through all kinds of feelings, and I'm letting her comfort me instead of the other way around. What kind of club president does that? This whole time, I didn't think to ask about her own feelings. So much for stupid vision. Sari enters the club room with the usual smile, but upon seeing downcast Monica, her smile quickly fades to an expression of concern. Monica? Is everything okay? I'm really sorry. I'm such a terrible friend. Huh? What are you talking about? You're an amazing friend. Monica shakes her head. I made this all about myself. Even you said so yesterday. You told me I'm trying to make this club what I need most, right? But my problems are so trivial compared to yours. Sari responds quietly. What are you talking about? But as she says that, her face darkens. Through silence, Sari mutters her realization. I left my folder here. Monica stares blankly ahead, unable to come up with a response. I wasn't ready to share those. Now that you're worrying about me, I don't want that. But why? We're friends, right? Wordless Sari nods. Friends look out for each other. I want to be here for you as much as you're here for me. Another moment passes in silence. The air is incredibly heavy. This is different. It wasn't just about you yesterday, it was about the club. Besides, things were so happy yesterday. You don't need to do all this all of a sudden. I don't want it. I like happy, so if you do this, then you're just being selfish. Monica massages her forehead, struggling through the frustration of such a paradox. It's understandable that Sari isn't ready to share certain things, but as unfair as it is for Monica to pry, it's also painful for Monica to force herself to ignore the needs of her friend. I'm sorry I looked. I disrespected your privacy. No, don't blame you for looking. You would have at least needed to check if it was mine. Yeah. Monica takes a deep breath. Okay. I understand you don't want me to worry, and I think I'll be able to put it aside so that we can move on. But can you promise me something? Promise me what? Monica pauses to collect her thoughts. This is the Literature Club. This place where people can express themselves in ways that life normally doesn't allow them to. That's the vision. In fact, it's our vision. Right the way into your heart, or whatever. So, I just want you to promise me that you'll remember to do that too. It doesn't have to be right now, but I want to be here for when you need it. I want us to be ourselves like that. Sari smiles gently. I'll promise if you promise. Unable to help it, Monica returns Sari's smile. I promise. Me too. As the conversation closes, the mood in the room is lifted. With that behind them, it's time to proceed with club activities. So, wanna teach me about poetry? Huh? But what about recruitment? It's fine. We have plenty of time for that. Right now, I feel like I want to do this. I mean, I do have to fulfill my end of the promise, you know? There's no way I could say no to that. Just don't expect much. Do a lot of writing, it's not like I'm a scholar or anything. That's fine. I think I just need some motivation. I never know where to start when it comes to writing poems. Starting isn't so hard. You just kind of need to write down your own feelings and see where it takes you. Yeah, but that wouldn't come out any good. It's not supposed to. You're gonna have to fight your perfectionism or perfectionist mind on this. You can just start by writing your feelings and see what kind of things it makes you think of. Then you can turn your feeling into a story. You can get your feelings down first and then make it sound pretty later. It's not like building a railroad where you have to go from one end to the other. It's more like a collage where you find all the things you want to put in it and then you arrange them in a pretty way. At least that's how I do it. It's not like it's the only way. It's a really good way not to get stuck right at the beginning. I understand. Yeah, I always get so caught up in how it sounds that I forget what's actually important. Monica pulls out a pen and to start writing on. Stop being a perfectionist. You idiot. I'm kidding. Monica scribbles out "you idiot" after she writes it down. No, keep it. What? Why? Are you calling me an idiot? Of course not. But the point is, you're not supposed to police your feelings, right? Be as dramatic as you want. But I was just... well, yeah. Understand, underneath the scribble, Monica writes, "You idiot." She stares at the paper. Her words stare back at her. It's kind of funny how I wrote down that I'm mad at myself, and then I did the exact thing anyway. This is really good. You're really gonna take me some getting used to. I believe in you. Thanks. I do too. I mean. But also you, of course. Monica continues the exercise, jotting down her thoughts. It's surprisingly quite a struggle to write without overthinking it. And after a while, with Sayori's guidance and encouragement, Monica's sheets paper begins to look fairly lively, peppered with all of her random thoughts. Phew. Monica looks up and down at her sheet. Gosh, I feel so tense looking at this. I hate it, but it's also kind of liberating. I can tell how hard you're trying. It makes me happy. I think you'll be good at writing poems. Don't give me too much credit. I'd have to try really hard at it. But I think it's something that I'll enjoy doing. With you. Sorry, beams. I'll stop here, but we still have time. Let's try to work on a new flyer for the club. I won't be so picky about the language. Yeah, let's do it. Monica and Sayori proceed with their work. With each passing day, the two of them become more confident in the club. Not simply from their recruiting plan, but from their visions as well. So their bond strengthens, so does their essence to the literature club. Finally, they begin to truly feel it's only a matter of time before they find new members. Even the side stories get deep as fuck. Another day passes. As usual, Monica is the first to the club room. With her printout of the revised literature club flyer complete with all new ideas Monica and Sayori came up with. If this was the only flyer we gave to the one reading girl the other day, it's so much more attractive than the old one. But the new catchphrase is already clearly in the center of the flyer. Right the way into your heart. Surely common sense would say that's one writes from their heart, not into their heart. But the message delivering is one can be used to discover themselves. Hopefully Monica and Sayori had thought that it'd be enough to garner from curiosity from students. Why do I feel so tense looking at this? Monica thinks back to the previous meeting when she performed the writing exercise. Was I always this bad at expressing myself? How am I supposed to be president if I can't even demonstrate what the club is supposed to be about? The literature club is truly beginning to take form, but with that, the weight of Monica's shoulders only becomes heavier. The big club was always rigid structure, formulating airtight points and counterpoints, delivering them with conviction. It was about the person on the outside. That's why Monica was so good at it. It existed entirely within her realm of comfort. It's suffocating. I need to take a break through this mental wall. I need to learn to express myself for real. Monica pulls out a sheet of paper and grabs a pen. Presses the tip firmly against the paper, but her hand doesn't move. Instead, a tiny blob of ink collects around the tip of her pen. That's where she got her idea from. Monica lifts her pen and stares at the little blotch. For some reason, she's compelled to run her finger across it. She does. The black ink smears across paper, ruining Monica's canvas. Out of spite for herself, Monica presses her pen down once again, letting the ink collect. She creates a second smear on the paper. Come on, Monica. Just move your hand. Monica writes. This is what I get for seeking perfection. A stain. Monica slides the paper away from her and puts her head down on the desk. The air conditioner seems louder today. I'm here. Hi. Monica hears Sari approach the desk and stops for a second, probably reading the piece of paper. Then she sits in the adjacent desk. Bad day? Me too. Me too. The new flyer looks so good. You've been working so hard on the club. But also something else, I think. I can't do it. I'm sorry. It's so hard to be vulnerable. Sarah takes the sheet of paper from Monica's desk. She writes something down, then stares at it for a while. Can I trust you? Of course. You can trust me with anything. Sarah gazes at Monica with sadness in her eyes. Oh my god. Understanding the signal, Monica takes paper from Sarah's desk and reads it. Sometimes I want to die. Sayuri. This is really hard for me. Her voice shakes. So if I can do it, then you can too. Because you're like a million times better than me. That's completely not true. Sayuri takes a deep breath, trying to steady herself. That's something about me that I've never told anyone before. Even now, my head is, like, screaming at me to stop. Wait, you don't have to force yourself. I mean, just because the promise yesterday, I want to. It just feels right. I mean, maybe it's part of the reason I came to this club in the first place. This is the literature club. I trust you. More than I'm scared. Those words, Monica stands up. Sorry, must have taken days to work up this courage. The courage for this. Where Monica's own futile but genuine efforts actually push the push that Sari needed. Sari's deliberate breaths could be heard over the air conditioner. She prepares to continue. As she prepares herself to continue, Monica waits in a gentle silence. I have this problem where I get really upset when people worry too much about me. I can't control it. It's like, why waste your energy worrying about me when you could just be happy instead? So I never tell anyone about these kinds of thoughts that I have. It's so much easier just to smile and help everyone else be happy. But that's terrible. That's what Monica wants to say, but she stops herself for fear of saying the wrong thing. It's just that if everyone knew about it, they wouldn't treat me the same anymore. Like, when I'm not smiling ever, everyone would worry about me and ask me what's wrong. I know that. But because it used to be like that. Sorry, pauses. Soon recalls something from the past. I just want everyone to be happy. That's the most important thing to me. And letting people look inside my head doesn't bring happiness to anyone. Sorry, pauses. Again, her solemn expression makes her almost like an entirely different person. How'd you find the courage to tell me this? You're not worried that I'll be one of those people too? I am worried. Part of me really hates myself for doing this. Another part of me, I think, just feels like it would be different this time. Whenever we're talking about the club, it's supposed to be mean. And I kept feeling like it wasn't right for me to do, especially after you've been trying so hard to express yourself. It just made me feel like I could stay in confidence, and our friendship doesn't have to change. It's so silly. The club is only 2 people, but it means this much to me. Monica feels tightening sensation in her heart, feeling of connection as Sayuri's emotion radiate between them. Me too. I was so lost until you showed up. You're so brave, Sayuri. You're so strong and brave. I don't even compare. Monica steps forward. But if nothing else, I can at least offer you some hug energy. If you'd like. It won't let me right click. No! This is such cool art. And then Monica goes on to do everything. Such betrayal. I'm not ready for the other stories then. Fuck. Wordless and without a smile, Sayuri rests her forehead on Monica's shoulder. Through their contact, Monica can almost feel the torment of thoughts swimming in Sayuri's heads, and in this moment, enchanted by the air of the club, Monica realizes that all the days have passed. This one is the one where she really, really hopes that nobody new walks through the door. She speaks softly. You're like the sweetest girl I've ever met. You can say anything. I'll never judge you. I promise. Sayuri breathes begin to quiver. She takes several deep breaths, trying as hard as she can to start speaking, to say something she's never once dared to say out loud. She finally speaks in a choked voice. I'm so worthless. I'm worthless and everyone would be better off without me. She suppresses a sob as a tear falls down her cheek. I'm just an inconvenience to everyone. I'm not good at anything and it just feels like everyone just has put up with me and I hate it. I hate it. The more Sayuri speaks, the more she fails to control her voice, falling victim to overwhelming sadness clutching her throat and chest. I don't want to have these thoughts. I just want them to go away, and now I'm making you put up with me, and I just want that to die. As soon as Sayuri loses her composure, Monica becomes determined to keep her own. She only wants to be what Sayuri needs right now. She won't let any sadness show. Her voice comes as soft and gentle. This isn't putting up with you. This is just being your friend. It's just being your friend. Monica offers a few words of comfort, but she knows, Sayuri said it herself, that the thoughts Sayuri experiences, ones that don't belong. Monica can't magically make them go away. The most she can do is help Sayuri battle them, like any good friend would do. You have so much value to tell me, to me, and to your other friends too. This club wouldn't have been the same without you. I'm really, really mean that. You coming here was the best thing that could have happened. Even if we never got any new members, I would still be happy. That's what you brought here. You brought us a vision. And you also brought us happiness. And that's your favorite thing to do, right? Sayuri doesn't respond, but Monica feels her gentle nod. No more words are needed between them. The two of them share their embrace for a while longer, Monica letting Sayuri take as much time as she needs. Once her breathing steadies and her sniffles fully cease, Sayuri lifts her head and opens her eyes. I guess I needed that. Some days are just harder than others. Well, I'm here whenever you need me. But any other time, I'll make sure that things are the way they usually are. If that's what makes you happy. Thanks. You're the best. No? You are. The two exchange smiles. You know, I'm sorry to bring this up all of a sudden, but have you ever considered talking to a professional? Sayuri nods. It's scary. Since it's already hard to tell people. Yeah. Well, of course, it can always be your choice, but if you're looking to find courage for it, I can do my best to help you. Thanks. I think it helps knowing that you would. Sorry suddenly yawns and stretches. Wow, that made me tired. I'm hungry. Well, I won't make you do any work today if you're not up for it. No, I want to. I mean, I could stay if that's definitely one thing that makes me happy. Monica smiles, but I might want to get a snack first. All of a sudden, the sound of the door causes the two of them to turn ahead. The door opens halfway. It stops. A face peeks in. A face that seems familiar. Yuri! 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 Everything they go through. And seeing the backstories really makes it interesting. Having run the control simulation for a while, it's evident that a certain character is missing from any mention or appearance. That makes me speculate that Monica's meddling is less clumsy than we think, because she would have had to manufacture this character herself. It's a way of forcing interaction between her and the user. Could that be why the character has such limited and dissonant personality traits, or am I reading too much into this? I'll open an issue to start tackling observations on this anomaly of this character appearing. I feel like it's gonna take me an hour, so I'm just gonna... I think I've had enough for today. No, no. I'll do it. I'll do it later. I'll do it later because I have to do that. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, follow with notifications on to know when CJ goes live again. And if you're watching this on YouTube, go to twitch.tv/CJTheAFKGM to follow and catch these live. If you're watching these on Twitch and want to catch more or catch all these, go to YouTube and find mostly everything. But until next time, I'll see you guys in the next stream. I don't know what I'll be doing next, but I look forward to it. Bye bye.